Hey guys, how's it going? Just wanted to again give you a video as opposed to trying to learn inside the Google Meet today. Just try to do something a little different. So I'm going to go over a couple more problems in standard form. I want to make sure we're getting this down. I want to make sure we have enough repetition with it. I'm going to do two problems, and then you can use the balance of class today to kind of work on the next three or four problems that I asked you to do. All right. You should also see now in Google Classroom an answer key from last night's homework. I'll be sure to go through that and also give you credit for doing it. So just working with some new tools here. I think this will work. Hopefully, I can write on this. Let's see. Yep, all good. All right. So we're given an equation here in standard form, and this is A, B, and C. To find our vertex, we must do x equals negative b over 2a. So judging from last class, I think we have this concept down. It's now just the repetition part and the more practice that leads us to minimizing those small mistakes, the better we'll be. All right. So it's going to be a negative times negative 4 over 2 times negative 1. Two negatives is a positive. So I should have positive 4 over negative 2. So the x-coordinate of my vertex here is going to be negative 2. We now know that once we get x, we plug it back in to get y. Again, just be careful here. It's going to be a negative times a negative 2 squared. I'm going to run out of room. Negative 4 times negative 2, and then minus 7. Square it first. Multiply it by the negative on the outside. And it looks like here, 4 minus 7, we should get negative 3, right? That's going to be our vertex. This x-coordinate is our axis of symmetry. X equals negative 2. The y-intercept, all right, the y-intercept is your constant term, which up here, right, is c. It's the number that does not have the variable, negative 7. Now, we should write it as a point because it's the value of y when x is 0. So 0, comma, negative 7. All right. So look, the most important part of this is probably that initial step, getting the correct x-coordinate. Because if you don't get that, if you get that wrong, you're going to get the y value wrong. Your vertex is wrong. Your axis of symmetry is wrong. So maybe you get this right, and that's it. Because if you have the wrong vertex, you're not going to be able to graph right. So take your time doing this. All right. So we're going to go left 2. We're going to go down 3. I'm going to look at A, right? Negative 1. That gets me to where I go next. And as I said in class, sometimes your y-intercept, you're going to be able to plot. It's going to be realistic for you to plot that point on your graph. So negative 7, I can go ahead and make that point. And if that's a point on my graph, so is this point. All right. Now, give the video a pause maybe and think about why that is. Okay, so if you answered that because of symmetry, right, you answered correctly, right? Because if this is a point on the other side, because here's this axis of symmetry, all right, parabolas are symmetrical. All right, you're done. For number 2 here, again, x equals negative b over 2a. I'm going to do a little less writing, but it's going to be negative b, so a negative times negative 8 over 2 times 2 in this case. So it looks like the x-coordinate of our vertex, oh, lights went out, should be negative 4. All right, because, oh no, I'm sorry. See, those are the mistakes you can make. Negative times a negative is a positive. Totally messed this one up. Let me go back and change that. Avoid those little mistakes. Right, we have positive 8 divided by 4. So here our x-coordinate is going to be 2. All right. We're going to go back, plug 2 in, where we see x. Take our time here. square it first, right? This is not 4 squared, right? So it's not going to be 16. Rather, it's going to be 2 squared, which is 4 times 2. It's going to be 8 minus 16 plus 5. So again, I think we have the y coordinate of -3. So to the right and down, I'm going to go up 2 and over 1. And I did that because I looked at A, right? A gets you to where you're going to go next. And again here, this value 5 is our y-intercept. And if it's realistic for me to mark it on my graph, I could do so. And because of symmetry, I know that that's also a point. And now I have a more accurate sketch of what this parabola would look like. All right. In addition, we got to make sure we go through and we answer all these different things that's asked of us in the problem. So my AOS, my axis of symmetry, is 2. Okay. Now, what do I mean by graphing the y-intercept that's realistic? Well, if we look down at the next few problems I'm going to ask you to do individually, on your own here, the y-intercept to number 3 is 15. Right? This is my y-intercept. So once you identify this C in A, B, and C, your y-intercept is just this term. It wouldn't make sense for us. Look, the highest point on the y-axis here is 6. We're not going all the way up here and graphing 29. Same thing over here. We're not going all the way down here and graphing -15. It wouldn't be realistic for us to even mark those points. So if it's a smaller number, and it's something that's on your scale, you can go ahead and do that. All right. So again, guys, you want to make sure you have these down. As you're watching this video, you should be taking notes. Whether you printed this out ahead of time or you are doing it in your notebook, either one works. All right, but you should be taking notes as you're doing this. Pausing the video, all right? Whatever you need to get done to make sure you understand these concepts. So 3, 4, and 5, I'm going to ask you to do. If you want to keep going, by all means, go ahead. Actually, I think 3, 4, 5, and 6. So you got 4 problems to do. That leaves another 6 problems that we can do another day. Okay. So again, watch this video, guys, to start class. You don't have to worry about a Google Meet. And once you're done, try the worksheet. Submit that to me when you're finished. All right. Thanks, guys.